Okay, so this is sprint planning for Sprint 2. I'm the new Scrum Master. Okay, so we're looking at stories to put from the product backlog into the sprint backlog. So the next story is I want to create a UML class diagram so we can describe the system structure by modeling classes and their details. And then the next one is the sequence diagram too. So the people who want to do the class or sequence diagram, the UML stuff?
Well, doesn't it just have to be?
I can do the class diagram as well.
Okay. So do you all both want to do both of them, or?
I think sequence diagram is a lot because we'll have to do it for every user story. So
Yeah. And we still have those user stories from the last sprint, right? So
Right.
we just need to finish the user stories as well. So,
Okay.
Praveen, do you want to do the class diagram together?
yeah,
Okay,
We'll
so
take that
the
up.
class diagram.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the user stories from last sprint, how are we going to make sure those are finished? Because I know that me and Allison brought up some things that we know from our diagrams that need to be added.
Yeah. So I'll
So-
jump in on that one,
Okay.
and I can go through all the user stories and see how they match up to our DFD and ERD, and make sure the missing ones are there.
Okay. So, and I will also do that.
Okay.
And just double check that. So, just gonna make a note on here. And okay, so the sequence diagram, does that need to happen for every we're using every user story?
we
Not
have
every
to
user
confirm
story,
it.
but at least whatever the major
The main
functionalities,
processes, right?
Major
Okay.
user journeys.
Major ones should be there.
Okay. So is that something that we want to do this sprint? I just think more people maybe need
I
to be on
suggest
it.
let's do the class diagram this sprint.
It's not really dependent, right? One is structural and other is behavioral. It's not really
I know,
dependent
but,
on each other.
Yeah.
Okay, DFD already were okay, you can do it together in one.
How many points do we think they would be worth?
Yeah, I think we
And
should
how many?
estimate them
How
first
many?
and then.
So
Yeah.
y'all are doing the class diagram.
How many
So how many points do we don't have points assigned to it yet?
Yeah, we need to figure out.
So do y'all think that it would be 5 or more than that? Because 5 is what we gave the ERD and the DFD.
I think 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd agree with it. Does everyone agree with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the class diagram is 8. What would the sequence diagram be?
More than that, I guess.
Probably more.
I personally think
So-
the class diagram is more than 8 because
Why?
you need to come up with the entire system. We don't have
Because you
that in
can't-
place. We haven't thought about the system structurally. So we need to come up with the
The
class.
sequence diagram is actually
interaction,
dependent
everything.
on the class diagram, all your methods and everything for the
Not
sequence
really,
diagram.
right? But just because the sequence diagram is more about who interacts with who and all that. So as long as we're on same terms about the user entities who are interacting with the system, I think we're good.
That's all. In class diagram you do that, right?
Your
Which
class diagram
class is
will have
interacting
all
with
your
which class and
classes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Then you start your sequence diagram on
and based on class diagram,
how your sequencing of messages goes from which class
which
to which
objects
class.
interact with which one, and
What
what
is
is
the
that
Class
relation?
diagram will have relations, right? Okay, this class is
Yeah.
related to this class in this way, and then that way you identify which object will be transferred to which and stuff like
I
that.
still think it can go in parallel, but if we work a day on coming up with coming to a common page on what like a high level thing of how your class diagram is going to be structured, and then we can pick up from there, because as long as we have a high level view of what the components of the system are, I
but
think
sequence can't go. Sequence need to have the interactions and everything placed in the class diagram. From that only it's gonna base on that.
Can't we push sequence to the third sprint?
Yeah.
we can do that as long as we can pick up
Because
work.
class diagram is gonna
Even
take
in
some time.
MVP, we have a good amount of
Yeah.
user stories. So for sequence diagram, you need proper time to
And class
cover
diagram
up all
is
those
also gonna take
stories.
lot of time because you have to have all the interactions, all the components in place.
Maybe we can start off with sequence, but then
Yeah.
it won't be done in one sprint. Maybe
It
will
definitely
go on.
won't be done in
Yeah.
this sprint. I'm just
Okay.
suggesting we start off with it as
We can start
You can divide it.
Yeah.
And
I think what you can actually say is identify the major sequences out of the
Yeah.
user
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
You can find out the major flows that are possible as one user story, and after that we can go about creating your sequence diagrams for that.
Yeah.
So you think it should be another story added?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. So I'm just gonna
we can actually add it right now.
right now.
Yeah, just add it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this the story that we're gonna do for this sprint?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what points do you want to give that? Of just identifying the major processes for the sequence diagram.
I think that should be like a 3.
3 or
I-
5.
Yeah.
3 or 5, yeah.
So like
I'm leaning more towards 3.
3. Okay. Okay. So who wants to work on that?
I can pick it up.
Okay. I'm going to. Can you just?
Just add my name after that.
Okay. Can you spell your name?
I
Or you can type your name. That works too.
Oh, there is no words.
Okay. And then y'all are doing the class diagrams. I know how to spell Praveen, but can you?
POOJA.
Right.
PWJA. No R.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. And the next stories after that are essays about the waterfall model, essay about agile methods, essay about how Scrum worked, but we're not there yet. So there's also
Can we pick these up at the end? Because I think
The
the essays would be at the
actually-
end.
Yeah.
So then is there the security plan for the overall system?
We can do the testing plan, right?
There's the testing plan, yeah. There's also a deployment diagram.
I think that should be towards the end.
That's towards the end as well.
We can do the testing now because we have the user stories.
Yeah.
And
We can do the testing plan.
Yeah.
So,
I can do it.
okay. And how many points should that be?
It depends how much you want to cover.
Are we
Based on
covering
what-
all the types of testing that you spoke about?
Yes.
Yes.
We have
Then
to.
it's gonna
have
then
It will be high.
Should be 5 then.
5?
I think it should be 8.
8.
Eight.
Yeah.
Okay. 8. Okay. And are you doing that by yourself? Does someone else want to do that?
anyone if I'm open. I mean, I can do it alone if anybody wants to come in. If I
If it's a 8,
collaborate.
I think it's okay. 2 people can do it.
2 people?
Yeah.
We can do it.
So we
Because you can
do it.
divide the
Yeah, divide
number.
it.
Divide.
Okay.
Okay. And is that right? Is that his what?
Yeah, don't overload the sprint. Because
Okay. So we're at
How many points in that win?
21 points. No, wait, no. 8. We're at 18 points right now.
I guess.
19. I'm sorry, I can't add. We're at 19 points right now.
Okay.
And we're also going to finish the user stories.
Mhm.
Another thing, this wasn't actually a story, but I wanted to go through and like edit the executive summary, just like for wording, not necessarily
Refine it.
content, just like
Yeah.
edit, refine it. So do you think that should be a story or
Maybe we
We
should
can give
make
it
a
a point.
story to review all of the
all
stories.
just like documents?
Yeah,
Okay,
to review the document.
How many points do we already have for this sprint?
we're at 19.
Yeah. But this would be one of those stories that just persists.
this is like a
review.
bug fix. Yeah.
It's gonna go on. I
Yeah.
guess, with
Yeah.
every sprint.
It's like
Yeah, this
the recording.
will
It's
be
like recording.
always
yeah.
in development. Kind of.
Yeah. So I don't know how many
2.
points we're finding.
2.
2. Okay, that's fine.
So we are at 21 now.
We're at 21.
I guess we are good.
I think we are good. Yeah.
We have 2 8-pointer stories. Are we clumping up a lot of functionality into one? Like, can we divide this into smaller stories?
As if like.
What are the two?
Which ones?
The
The
testing
testing plan and the
We can take it
class
like first for testing plan, like unit or something like that. If you want to divide it.
my main concern is this. It's 8 points, and that's huge. If you're not able to complete it within the sprint, it's going to be a spillover, and the work you've done in this sprint won't be counted for this sprint.
But
So
I
instead
like
of testing plan, let's just say that create a unit testing plan, create a
Two types of
other
testing.
I
testing
think
plans.
that we'll finish the user stories earlier in the sprint, and we can
Help
join
them,
them.
yeah.
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 So
then
that'll
I
be
think
because then we'll be free after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
so
that
we'll
makes
just
there'll be
sense.
four people then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be.
How about the class diagram? You guys think it could be broken up into 2 smaller stories?
I don't think so. Class diagram works
think
as a
that-
whole, right? So
I think that's
Should be
one
good.
story. It's one piece of functionality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I can't think of any way of breaking it 2, but
Can't-
8
yeah.
points.
class diagram 8 points. I think it's fine.
Yeah, well, because we have 2 people on it, and between Ashley and I last time, we both did 10. Like we had a 5 point and a 5 point, so that was 10.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
more than 8. So we should be.
Yeah.
Good.
It was doable.
Yeah.
That was definitely fine.
Okay. Does everyone know what they're working on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Is there anything else?
Do we need to create the acceptance criteria?
For the users, for what?
Oh, for these
For
these
these.
user stories?
Yes.
So the new user stories.
Yeah, people
Really?
who are working on their own stories
can,
can. Yeah.
Okay. So make your acceptance criteria. For whatever you're working on.
Do you want to add like the stories from the last retro? Like the Scrum Master will be taking care of.
Oh,
these
like the
stuff?
action items.
Yeah, the
yes.
action items. I mean, I don't mean the story. per se,
Right.
but Yeah.
They're not really like you don't need. It's just for everybody to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Well, we just
add
have
them as
What I'm
forms.
saying is
Generally what
just,
we
do you want to like go through them one more time
Yeah.
so that
could do
everybody
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
And then I can also make a document for like this sprint planning and have like what we're working on, who's working on it, and then also put those action items
You
in
can
there.
actually do that in
That-
Scrum board.
that would be good.
I'll forward you the link.
Okay, yeah, that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it on Scrum board.
But let's just go over them really fast. The action items, so we can all remember.
So we have to assign everyone to reviewing.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So we have 4 action items. One is create docs on Google Drive, which is the Scrum Master's responsibility, like ensuring that all
Making
of us
sure
are
everyone's
doing
doing
it.
it.
Yeah. Second one is ensuring everybody arrives on time for meetings. And third one is publish docs for review. Yeah, the structured process team should ensure that one person takes up his role in sprint planning. Yeah.
So like
Okay.
we should just assign the reviewing role to everyone.
Okay.
The
So
reviewing buddies will-
okay. So for the class diagram, who wants to? We need people to review that.
Actually, I want to suggest that once we are done, everybody review it.
I think
Yeah.
that
There's-
works best.
Yeah, I think everyone.
I feel like everyone should
needs
see
to.
it.
Yes.
Because that's the overall of our whole system. So
Yeah.
everyone needs to.
So
Go through
just
it.
make sure that whenever y'all are done, you make sure you tell us that it's done, and so we know that it's in there. We know to go look for it,
Everyone
Yeah.
can
and
review
then
it and
everyone
just-
review it.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, he also said making sure quality assurance, like everyone signs off at the bottom of it or something, like physically signing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's going to be us saying like we read it and we all reviewed
Yeah.
it. And so we'll
Yeah.
do that for everything we create.
Okay.
Okay.
So from
Sounds
now
good.
onwards, all
From
the
now on,
documents will have all of us.
we'll do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we'll do that for everything.
Okay.
I'll make such like
Was that the last action item?
Yes. Yes. that
Okay.
was it.
Okay. So
so we're done.
yes, I think we're done.
21 points for this sprint like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how
Yes.
much we can.
We'll see how it goes. Okay. Good.